In a small Zen monastery nestled near a wide river, there was a young monk named Jiro who had a deep fear of water. Every day, he would sit on the riverbank for his morning meditation, but the sight of the rushing water made his heart race. The other monks often crossed the river to collect herbs and meditate on the far side, but Jiro always stayed behind, avoiding the water at all costs. One evening, the wise master, seeing Jiro's hesitation, approached him. "Why do you fear the river?" the master asked. Jiro hesitated, then replied, "The water is deep and the currents are strong. I fear I will be swept away." The master smiled gently and said, "Fear is like a shadow. It has no form unless you give it one." The next morning, the master led Jiro to the edge of the river. Without a word, he stepped into the shallow water and beckoned for Jiro to follow. Trembling, Jiro took a hesitant step into the water. His heart pounded, but the master's calm presence gave him strength. As they waded deeper, the current tugged at Jiro's legs, and panic began to rise within him. Sensing his fear, the master stopped. "Feel the water around you," he said softly. "Do not fight it, but do not surrender to it either. Flow with it." Jiro closed his eyes, took a deep breath, and allowed the cool water to flow around his legs. Gradually, his fear began to ebb, and he felt himself becoming one with the river. Step by step, they crossed to the other side. Once they reached the far bank, Jiro looked back at the river and smiled. The fear that had once gripped him so tightly seemed distant now, like a memory fading with the morning mist. The master spoke. "You see, Jiro, fear is a current of the mind. It can sweep you away if you fight it. But when you learn to flow with it, you discover that it has no power over you." From that day on, Jiro no longer feared the river, for he had learned that true strength came not from resisting fear, but from embracing it and moving forward despite it.